Today I'm going across Japan's Alpen route using 8 different transportations from Nagano to Toyama, which is just one stop if you use the fastest Shinkansen. Central Japan has 3 mountain ranges, Hida, Kiso, and Akaishi, and each are called Northern, Central, and Southern Alps. And this Alpen route is a sightseeing route goes over the Northern Alps. To arrive Toyama before it gets dark, I have to leave Tokyo very early in the morning.
The next station is Kenchan, DC2. JR 東日本をご利用くださいましてありがとうございました。The next station is Tokyo Terminal.
Looks like New Day is opening at 6 a.m. so people are waiting outside. So my train is 6:16, Kagayaki 501, and I take it to Nagano station. This Kagayaki is the fastest service of Hokuriku Shinkansen, and I needed to take this to take 8 o'clock bus from Nagano station. It looked very foggy when passing by Karuizawa, but it cleared up as approaching to Nagano City. I arrived at Nagano station with a Denkoji exit and East exit. It says the bus is leaving from East exit, but before that it stops at the Hotel Metropolitan in Zenkoji exit, so I'd like to try to go there first. So it seems the bus is leaving from the lobby of this hotel, so let me see. When I visit, only this 8 o'clock bus is leaving from this Hotel Metropolitan and all other buses are leaving from the East exit. So in case you visit, you might want to check the timetable very well. The bus to Ogisawa, which is the starting point of the Alpen route, came on time. And this will be the first ride of the 8 rides that I get on today. For this bus, you can use credit card's touch payment. You can charge your phone on the bus, but there's no restroom, so you might want to go before you get on the bus. And now we are arriving at the east exit of the Nagano station, where most of people get on. The bus ride is about 2 hours from Nagano station to Ogisawa. On the right side of the window, you start to see the mountains of Hakuba, which is a part of Northern Alps of Japan. In case you like to shorten the ride of this bus, you can also get on this bus from Shinano Omachi Station of Oito Line, where there is a direct train from Shinjuku Station of Tokyo. But there's only one train and it takes time, so taking Shinkansen to Nagano lets you arrive earlier to the Alpen route. As for the luggage, it's not prohibited to bring suitcases to all these rides, but there are lots of stairs and it really restricts your mobility if you have suitcases. So you might want to consider sending it to your next destination or use backpack. Everything was a smooth ride for 2 hours, except passenger next to me's head was behind my back. Now the bus arrived at the Ogisawa station, which is the start point of the Japan's Alpen route on Nagano side. And here I had to purchase the ticket of the Alpen route. You can make purchase online in advance too. I wasn't purchasing this time in advance, so I was hoping there's availability. So I arrived at the Ogisawa station by bus. It took about 2 hours from Nagano station. It's like I can make it to 10, but probably it's almost 10, so I'll be 10:30. I got a ticket to Dentetsu Toyama station. So going through the Alpen route. There's a ticket counter, but there's a little ticket machine too. There's a lot of interesting rides, so let's see what it's like. To protect the environment, regular cars cannot enter this area. This movie, Son of Kurobe, is a movie drama released in 1968 describing the difficulty of building the Kurobe Dam and tunnel, with the movie star of that time, Toshiro Mifune and Yujiro Ishihara. The first ride is this electric bus to Kurobe Dam. So from here we take 4 different transportations and go to Murodo, which is the top of this Alpen route. It says Murodo is 3.8 degree now. The altitude is 2,450 meters. And this time schedule is a little bit tricky. You have to make sure what the next timetable is, because you have to transfer many times. Today's second ride and the first ride of this Alpen route is this electric bus going from Murodo to Kurobe Dam station. On the way to Murodo, which is the top of this route, 3 out of the 4 transportations are in the tunnel and you don't see anything outside. And soon we hear the announcement that we enter Toyama prefecture from Nagano. 220 steps on the right, 60 on the left. So let's go to the observatory, of course. 220 steps. Let's go. Oh, すごい。黒部ダム。The altitude is 1,508 meters. So next is the cable car, there's a ropeway and trolley bus. And 3 more transportation, and we are going to the other side of that mountain behind me. The Kurobe Dam is one of the highlights of this Alpen route, and it was much more spectacular than I thought it would be. The Kurobe Dam is the tallest dam in Japan, standing at 186 meters, which is 610 feet. The construction started in 1956. The Kansai region, like Osaka and Kyoto, was in significant lack of electricity at that time, and it was interrupting the development of the industry. And this dam project started. So you can walk this edge of the dam and go to the cable car station. The next cable car to Kurobe Dam is 11:30. So now we take cable car from Kurobeko to Kurobe Dam. So next cable car is also in underground. So it's not something really extremely exciting, but it's something you have to go through to get to the mountain.
Thank you for traveling on the Kurobe cable car.
And the next one is a ropeway. This one has an amazing view. This ropeway brings you to 500 meters higher point from the Kurobe Daira station. For a span of 1,700 meters, there's no pillar. This is thrilling. And now the ropeway arrived at the Daikanbo station, and they have the observation deck too, but where you get off the ropeway has the best view of the Lake Kurobe actually. So next is the trolley bus. Daikanbo stamp. Another big one. I don't know where to go.
トロバスラスや。
ありがとうございます。This trolley bus is the last trolley bus that existing in Japan, and this is finishing as of this November. So they are giving away the little card of the memory. And from next year, it will be an electric bus.
は立山トンネルトロリーバスにご乗車くださいまして誠にありがとうございます。
We'll soon pass through the center of the tunnel. Here we'll cross paths with the trolley bus from the other side.
この辺りは立山連峰の地方小山の真下にあたります。ちょうどこの700メートル頭上に標高3003メートルの小山が天をついてそびえています。
This area is directly below the main peak of Oyama in the Tateyama mountain chain. Exactly 700 meters above us, the peak soars at an altitude of 3,003 meters.
And finally, we arrive at the Murodo terminal.
Take a moment to check you have all your belongings.
It's so cold outside. So this entrance to Hotel Tateyama. The terminal has a hotel and some restaurants. Let's come back here later, and for now, let's go outside. Wow, it's not sunny, unfortunately. Today, it seems like I cannot see the scenery that I thought I would see someday since when I was a childhood. But I'm glad here. Let's walk around. So, we arrived here at the Alpen station. It's very cold. I recommend to bring lots of extra layers if you come here. So this is a hotel Tateyama. This doesn't look like, but it's a luxury hotel, and it can be about $500 a night. So I couldn't stay, but you can take a walk in the early morning or even late afternoon for sunset if you stay here. See Toyama down there, that we go after this. And outside the Murodo's terminal was very windy and cold. The season was proceeded to the midwinter, but I decided to take a walk to the pond called Mikurigaike. You might need to bring some extra luggage to Japan for this route, like a jacket and shoes, but as long as you stay near the Murodo station, and if it's the best season, you might need just light jacket. But it really depends on the season. It has been so windy and cold, but suddenly the wind stopped and got quiet right now. Unfortunately, it's not completely clear, but it's still very beautiful with some snows. Wind started to come back. It was really just like 1 minute. It was the moment. No sound. I could hear the sound of the water. Probably not high here, but this is a place you can just come with the regular sneakers, and some people dress like just walking in the city. It's possible because of all the transportations. But if you go a little bit far away, you need a hiking shoes. So this is Mikurigaike onsen. You can try a little bit more. So that is a Chigokudani. Oh, I'm glad I came here. Also with trekking shoes is struggling there, so I'd like to stop here and go back. This Murodo attracts lots of different kind of visitors, from the regular visitors like me, and also some light hikers to serious mountain climbers. So there are lots of different signs about mountains. So it seems they are not in operation. So there's another tea lounge over there. It's a black curry, looks very good. So from here we take a bus to Bijodaira. Well, I thought it's a 2:30, but looks like they land a special bus. So the announcement says they will land a special bus which is not on the schedule. So fortunately I was here early so I could take it, which resulted in that I can take earlier train too to Toyama later. This Alpen route is closing during the winter time, and when it opened in the spring, this area is famous as a Yukino Otani, which has a tall wall of the snow, and that is a popular attraction of this Alpen route. And this is a Tateyama Gogen bus, which is the longest part of this Alpen route. You'll be on the bus about 50 minutes, and the bus takes you to the Bijodaira. Along the way, there is a sightseeing explanation about scenery, and the bus even slows down on the good viewpoint, even though almost everyone is sleeping on the bus. I'm not sure if it's because the altitude changes or everyone tired of the cold mountains. Almost everyone on the bus was sleeping like fainted. And I was also sleeping, and the bus arrived at the Bijodaira station. And here we changed to Tateyama cable car, which is the last transportation of this Alpen route.
Thank you for your patience. We will now depart.
立山ケーブルカーにご乗車くださいまして誠にありがとうございます。
Thank you for traveling on the Tateyama cable car.
The cable car arrived at the Tateyama station, and I feel so cozy that I'm back to the autumn. And from here, I can take the Toyama Railway to Toyama City.これは特急は普通に乗れるんですか？
そうですね、これだとちょっと特急券含まれてないので、券売機の方で400円と
400円。ありがとうございます。So the train really didn't look like the limited express that we imagine limited express that need extra charge. And I just got on it because I was happy that I could make this earlier train. So from here I'm taking this Toyama Dentetsu to Toyama, very old train, but this is a limited express, so you need a 400 yen additional ticket to the regular ticket. Toyama Railway is a local train company, and it gets lots of old car or used car from the major private railways. And this train we are seeing used to connect Kyoto and Osaka on Kenchan line. So that was the Alpen route, and we are now just heading to Toyama City. The season came back to autumn, and I'm a little bit relieved. What I would do differently if I go again is probably I go in summer and just stay one night at the hotel or the lodge on the mountain and spend time above the mountain, as I felt pretty busy to transfer to the next ride during this route today. Somehow this local train line in the sunset became most memorable along this Alpen route. I arrived at the Toyama station. This is where the Shinkansen from Tokyo to. So this morning, next stop was Toyama after Nagano, but I spent so much more different route and arrived Toyama. I arrived at Toyama station, so I hope you enjoy the Alpen route. Unfortunately, it wasn't a good weather, and I was a little bit difficult to film, and turned out a little bit different from what I expected. But the Kurobe Dam was so beautiful, and I was impressed by the countryside scenery after I came down from the mountain. But I hope you enjoy the scenery. In the next video, I'd like to explore Toyama. Thank you for watching. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a great week until the next video.